What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's opening season matchup between the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat. This is my Bulls report for the 2022-23 season. Now, I was a little skeptical about tonight's game. I really didn't know what to think or what was going to happen because Zach LaVine was on the injury report, and I didn't know why. I'm like, okay, the season is just starting. He played in the preseason. So I'm like, okay, why is he on the injury report? The only Bulls player that I knew to be hurt was Lonzo. So they said it was knee surgery recovery, or it was something along those lines that I read in the report. But anyway, the game did begin, and in his place, the Bulls decided to start Ayo Dosunmu. I believe it was DeMar DeRozan to go with Patrick Williams in the starting role to go along with Vucevic. So the Bulls defense, they started out shaky. But started to come along in the quarters, and Tyler Hero started off really, really hot in the first quarter. It looked like the Bulls was in for a long night. They wasn't getting Vooch early touches in the paint, which I have a problem with. And they was allowing a lot of open threes. Matt Strus, Duncan Robinson. There was just a lot of Tyler Hero. They were allowing a lot of Dwayne Dedman. They were allowing a lot of open threes, and the Heat were making them. So I'm thinking while I'm watching the game, I'm like, well, the Bulls don't have the shooting to stay in the game. But lo and behold, Goran Dragic came in and knocked down 4 of 4 to start the game for himself. And I'm like, okay, that had us right in the game. Second unit started giving us some good minutes, with Drummond going along with the second unit. Like I said, Dragic, Kobe White. You started getting some really, really good minutes from the second unit. But again, as the half started to roll along, the Bulls started falling in love with the three. DeMar DeRozan really didn't have an impact on the game in the first half. He was picking and choosing his spots. He started to ramp it up, but he was slowly coming along into the game as the end of the half started. The game was tied after the first half, and I said to myself, I said, okay, the Bulls is tied at the half. The Heat been throwing punches, and the Bulls were able to absorb any run that the Heat went on, and was going on a few runs of their own. Now, in the second half, it was a different story. In the second half, you've seen the Chicago Bulls really play to an elite level. Now, mind you, the Bulls were one of those teams that in the first half of the season last year, they showed that they were leaps and bounds above a lot of competition. But as the tail end of the season started coming on, they were losing to a lot of legit teams. Tonight, it was a different story. DeMar DeRozan, 19 points in the third quarter. The Bulls as a team, 37 points in the third quarter, led by 10, going on a run. The Bulls looked dominant at times in the second half. The Heat looked out of whack. The Hero and Jimmy Butler didn't score. I don't believe they scored at all. If not, I think Butler scored towards the tail end of the fourth quarter. But Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero didn't get in till the tail end of the game in the fourth quarter anyway. But the Bulls played really well in the second half, collectively. Defense, scrapping, getting rebounds. Shout-outs to Vucevic tonight, who had a double-double, big double-double. I believe he had somewhere around 17 rebounds, I believe, tonight. Hit a big three in the fourth quarter. And like I said, DeMar DeRozan with 28 points in the second half. The Bulls come out with the win tonight, 116-108. They start the season 1-0, and I was just impressed overall by tonight's win. I mean, when I look at it overall and I look at the game and how they decided to play without Zach, without Zoe, that's how you have to beat teams that you know you will get to see later on in the season, March, April, May, if possible. You know, the Bulls definitely came together as a group tonight, and I believe the good thing about tonight's game is they did it as a group. They did it together. It wasn't just one man. Even though DeRozan did have the bulk of the responsibility offensively, but when I break it down, you know, their scoring, the Bulls scored. Not only did they have a big third quarter, but also in the second quarter they scored 31 points. And you look at just overall, you look at DeRozan stat line: 37, 6 and 9, 2 steals. You look at Vucevic, 15, 7, 2 assists. You look at Ayo, 17, 6 and 4. You know, Kobe White, 10 points off the bench. Dragic, 12 points off the bench. Drummond, 9 with 5 rebounds off the bench. And that's what you need. Like, you need that collective as a team to get you over the hump against teams that you know you will see further on down the line as the season goes. Again, this is only one game. I'm not going to lean too heavy on the first game of the season, but starting off 1-0 is way better than starting off 0-1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you guys enjoy tonight's game? Did you guys enjoy the camaraderie and the team togetherness tonight as the Bulls won in Miami going away? Their second game of the season, they do play the Washington Wizards on Friday. The Washington Wizards are coming off a win, so it's going to be interesting to see how both those teams look going into, you know, second game of the season. We got a long one. This is a marathon, not a sprint. This is Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you listening, watching, and tuning in. I have no more to say. Go Bulls.